Good morning to you. It's a bright Monday morning right here in the city of Ibadan. The station is 32 FM 94.9. Good morning to you once again, and thank you for joining us on your morning tonic, the Breakdown newspaper review. I am Olutayo Ogunade.
Right, I am Chike Obogo. Good morning, dear listener, and it's time for your early morning tonic. It's 32 FM 94.9. Remember, you can watch us live on YouTube this morning. The handle is at 32 FM 949 Ibadan. 32 FM 949 Ibadan. With me this morning, I have the Punch newspaper and the Nation newspaper this morning.
All right, I go straight to Daily Trust, where I start from breaking. INEC declares Anambra governorship election inconclusive. INEC declares Anambra governorship election inconclusive. Controversial Orumba North local government. Soludo wins there. All right, it's all about the Anambra election right here. This morning, INEC official absconds with 41 result sheets. INEC announces final result of Anambra give-up poll. Okay, we have another one. No provision for food. Policeman complains of hunger. Right, still from Daily Trust newspaper, reopening borders after 20 months. Abga Soludo wins in controversial Rumba. I took that earlier. Let's see another one here. Do we still have something? Yes, most definitely. From Daily Trust, Nigerian Airlines missing in U.S. Nigeria travel rebound. A panel clears photo over appointment of Pantami as Professor of Cybersecurity. Anambra giver, why final results have not been declared. NUT says 800 teachers killed, threatens to withdraw those in banditry-prone areas. Ebonyi, Ebibuago nabs 15 suspected criminals. Nigerian banks to reject old £20.50 notes in 2022.
All right, from the Punch newspaper this morning, we have this bold headline on front page of the Punch newspaper. Anambra governorship poll, Soludo set to win, leads in 17 local governments, and APC alleges rigging. With these riders, PDP, YPP win in one local government each, APC yet to win. We won't accept result, Abga rigged, claims APC. That's the bold headline there from the front page of the Punch newspaper. All the stories there. Banks, insurance firms raking 22.6 billion naira from MDAs. That's on page 34 of the Punch newspaper. Federal government meets customs as 566,000 metric tons of India, Thailand rice arrive Benin Republic. Senate knocks CCT for ignoring corruption cases from CCB. Politicians jostling for 2023 eyeing uncertain future. This is coming from Adeboye. We have this one here. Building collapse. Lagos records zero conviction as 213 die in 7 years. Also, some of these headlines here. We have this one. Salami report. Magu on half pay 16 months after suspension. Salami report. Magu on half pay 16 months after suspension. Vice Chancellor mounts defense as PDP carpets Ondo over varsity fee hike. Vice Chancellor mounts defense as PDP carpets Ondo after varsity fee hike. We trekked for hours, fed like slaves. Uni Abuja kidnapped victims. We trekked for hours, fed like slaves. Uni Abuja kidnapped victims. 43-year-old man arrested for beating daughter to death over persistent crying. We also have this one, Pantami's professorship. ASU panel grills photo registrar, recommends litigation. And finally, Nigerians with missing vaccination card need affidavit. Police report. Nigerians with missing vaccination card need affidavit. Police report. There's some other results from the Anambra State elections there, right-hand side, front page of the Punch newspaper.
All right, let's see some more from the Guardian newspaper. Anambra awaits new helmsman. Okay, introspection into Nyekanwenu's My Father's Daughter. Utah beckons, price of rice still high. Death toll in Lagos collapse building hits 42. Still from The Guardian, NDLEA nabbed drug dealer allegedly being behind London-bound multiple consignments. Oshibajo represents Nigeria at ECOWAS summit in Guinea, Mali. Lagos develops mass COVID-19 vaccination strategy to reduce spread, prevent re-emergence. Still from The Guardian, we have more. Experts advocate economic trees planting to tackle climate change, poverty. IYC flays alleged exclusion of Niger Delta from 621 billion naira NNPC road projects. Journalists tasked Buhari on rights of communities hosting extractive industries. Now from the sports side of The Guardian, Rivers Angels take on South Africa's Mamelodi's Sundowns. Bayelsa Governor showers 4 million naira scholarship on African chess prodigy. Okay, Milan miss out on top spot with derby draw. Napoli leave top spot open for Milan on derby night. Let's go to another paper.
All right, from the Nation newspaper this morning, in front of the front page, okay, on the front page of the Nation newspaper, we have this bold headline here too. Soludo coasting to victory with riders. ABGA candidates wins 18 out of 20 local councils, and YPP PDP take one each. Final results after supplementary poll holds in Ihiala tomorrow. Okay, we have this one here. Buhari's midterm self-assessment. That's right up there. Also, this one, politicians, police, NYSC, others rate Anambra poll high. How Nigeria can be greater by Adeboye, cleric decries corruption. Ikoyi building, victims' families besiege IDH, death toll rises. Okay, Pantami, ASU probe panel clears photo. Rice smuggling on the rise. Tier 1 banks assets hit 46 trillion naira. That's from the Nation newspaper. And lastly here, 2 abducted Baptist worshippers shot dead, 3 hospitalized. Those are some headlines there.
All right, a dominant story here still the Anambra election. And we have my first headline from Premium Times. Anambra decides 2021. INEC declares Anambra election inconclusive. Anambra decides 2021. Soludo leads after 21 local governments. But election may be declared inconclusive. It has already been declared inconclusive. All right, let's see some more. 30 injured as tanker explodes on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Fake 1,000 naira notes, 500 naira notes declined in 2020. CBN, Anambra decides election didn't take place in 2 local governments. Election officials. Nigeria records 3 deaths, 116 new infections on Saturday. That's on COVID-19. Still on Anambra decides, Soludo defeats Uba Ozigbo in their local government. Soludo in early lead wins 6 local governments announced so far. Well, we've had many more after that. Let's see. Nothing so new here again. Let's take another paper and then we'll go on a break.
All right, still from the Nation newspaper, Anambra decides to APC ABGA clash over results. That's there. We have this other story. African governments need $2.8 trillion to achieve net zero emissions. Okay, we also have this one here. Plateau Assembly and drums of destabilization. It's a right up there. Manufacturers' unrelenting drive for industrialization competitiveness. Okay, that's there. Breaking 3 feared injured in Lagos-Ibadan gas explosion. 3 feared injured in Lagos-Ibadan gas explosion. We also have here this one, okay, from the sporting side. West Ham break Liverpool's 25-match unbeaten run. West Ham United break Liverpool's 25-match unbeaten run. Aribo on fire as Rangers sweep aside Ross County in Scottish League. These are some of the headlines there from the Nation newspaper.
We'll go on a short break now. When we return, Dr. Olu Ojedoko is right here with us in the studio. We just go straight to the analysis. Good morning.
An exciting exciting day at school begins with breakfast plus Peak 456 growing up milk fortified with DHA to support brain development.
Grow up strong and smart with Peak 456 growing up milk every day.
Your uncle is not supposed to be touching you like that.
I have a lot of uncles. My father has a lot of brothers, and my father's brothers have cousins. I have uncles.
Unwrap all the baggage in Ghana Jollof. Streaming weekly only on Showmax. Subscribe from 1,200 Naira monthly at showmax.com.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take they protect my teeth from cavities? Shey they use Kung Fu?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth. We could protect them from tooth decay.
Time don't reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate. Because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
The new look of elegance. Customer, abeg, sharp, give me 10 new ozone conditioning hair relaxer.
No be now you come buy some. Abi, you dey chop am?
Na lick I dey lick am. Abeg sell market for me, jare.
Dem no fit follow you play again. Oya take.
Mama Joy! Sit down there. Na ozone scratch and win promo that stylist woman dey do so. Even your neighbor Vicky don win plenty free airtime for the ozone scratch and win promo.
Ozone scratch and win guinea.
Ozone scratch and win promotion.
My bebers, you sef fit win plenty free airtime for the ozone scratch and win promo. Buy any of the new ozone cream relaxer wey get olive oil and shea butter inside white cup with green cap. Scratch the label comot, send wetin you see there to 38353. Fiam, like magic, you go get free airtime sharp. This promo go last and stock dey o. Ozone, cool, very cool. Terms and conditions apply o.
Have you heard? There's a seasoning for every meal. On the seasoning is full of flavor. Delicious, tasty. Mama's happy day. Lo. My younger. Rich flavor. Aroma. Delicious. Mama's happy day. The fresh cookie. Great flavor.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
With INT'L Home Broadband device, your home is connected and you all can focus on the important things in life. Enjoy the finer things in life in the INT'L HBB seasonal offer. Visit any certified INT'L shop to get a 4G MiFi at 9,999 Naira plus up to 55 gigabyte bonus data, or router at 19,999 Naira plus up to 160 gigabyte bonus data. Offer valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
INT'L, the smartphone network.
ṣé a bá ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wípé pẹ̀lú super picks wọ́n lè sọ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ géèmù mẹ́fà wọ́n sì jẹ́ $50 mílíọ̀nù wọ́n wá béèrè wípé.
gbọ́nà èló ni màá ná.
àádẹ́ sọ fún wọn wípé ọ̀fẹ́ ni lójijì ìbéèrè wọn wá yí padà sí.
ṣé o tẹ́ ẹ sọ ni pé ọ̀fẹ́ bí ọ̀fẹ́ tàbí ọ̀fẹ́ bí ọ̀fẹ́.
tí super picks bá sọ pé ọ̀fẹ́ náà ni. sọ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ géèmù mẹ́ta ó sì lè jẹ́ $50 mílíọ̀nù ní gbogbo òpin ọ̀sẹ̀. bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe rọrùn pẹ̀lú super picks. lọ sórí superpicks.com láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ ìlànà àti àdéhùn wà ṣá o. Super Picks, ìwọ́ta àwa ó sanwó.
Golden Mon, your favorite breakfast cereal, is 35 years. Made in Niger, for Niger, by Niger. Now see us from Niger to the world.
Global now.
All thanks to you. So let's celebrate this journey with over 35 million in cash and prizes. Just return 2 empty 900-gram Heritage Edition sachets to your closest redemption center for an instant prize and a chance to be a millionaire. Visit the Golden Morn Nigerian pages on Facebook and Instagram for more details. Golden Morn, make every day amazing.
Welcome back. Beautiful Monday morning once again to you. My name is Olutayo Gwade and I welcome you to your Morning Tonic, the Breakdown newspaper review. We are live on YouTube, 32FM 949 Ibadan. Dr. Jedoko is here, Chike Ogbogo right here by me.
All right, Doctor, good morning. It's good to have you again this morning.
Top of the day to you both.
All right, quickly, let's look at this story from the Nation newspaper. Soludo coasting to victory. With the right that APGA candidates wins 18 of 20 councils, YPP, PDP take one each. And okay, this is a developing story, but there's a new story here that says the election has been declared inconclusive. But let's see what pans out at the end of today when we get results from INT'L local government.
Yes. What is your take on the election being declared as inconclusive?
Well, I think there's a local government where they've had problems, and indeed they extended, in some parts they extended it till yesterday, which is unprecedented. And I feel it's not going to change the results, but I think they want to get all the votes in. The question is, well, if those votes are taken into account, is there any mathematical possibility of upsetting the lead which Soludo has been able to acquire from the various other 18 or so local governments and so on?
Well, some people will say the only mathematical thing that would hinder the announcement of Soludo as governor is based on the figures. What is the margin?
Yes.
You must meet up with some reasonable margin before you're declared governor.
Yes, to make it impossible for any other results to upset it. But I think the key thing about the analysis is the fact that IPOB, which was always going to be a factor with the seat at home, decided, a week before the elections, to suspend the seat at home, which many people would suggest favored APGA. That if they had continued, it is possible that another political party, indeed some would suggest that APC might have carried the day. So I think APGA is closest to the people from these results. And I think the people have got someone who they may have confidence in. We'll see. Time will tell, of course. Time will tell.
I do hope we are not looking at another, Kano or Imo State drama here, Doctor.
Well, people have been talking about the Kano factor, haven't they? Where one big amount of electoral votes or electoral will come from nowhere. Well, we will see. We will see whether that's what we are looking at. But I think one will be established. Already, the APC has called for the cancellation of the election, which gives you an indication that maybe all guns, they really don't have any cards to play anymore. But we'll see what happens. It's more likely that Soludo will be declared the governor of Anambra State, to be precise.
All right, something significant also happened. In the past 2 elections there in Anambra State, there has always been 21 over 21. 21 local governments over 21 local governments for APGA. But this time around, YPP got 1 local government. Then the PDP also got 1 local government too, reducing it to 18 for probably for APGA.
Yes, their popularity has waned slightly, but some would even suggest that if YPP had a different name, and were up on top, they might have got more votes. YPP being, on the electoral, this is at the bottom. But I think APGA is waning. They are not consolidating in other states. They are restricted to Anambra State. And what happens is when you're on the defensive all the time, as time goes on, you begin to leak. And I think APGA is leaking support. Not substantially yet, but they are indeed leaking support.
There's this school of thought that if the APGA candidate emerges as the winner, that's Soludo, that the APC might mount a pressure on him to decamp, and he might decamp to APC immediately before the 2023 elections.
Well, for them to be able to do that, they must have maybe legislatures and the ability to impeach him, or they must have a handle. They must have something on him. I doubt if Soludo almost immediately will now switch over to APC. You saw some videos. We don't know whether those videos are true, but was suggesting that money was being offered and people were rejecting a particular political party and saying, we don't want this political party, in spite of the fact that raw cash was being handed. And I think, the people firmly have cast their votes where they want to go.
Because we know our elections are heavily monetized.
Absolutely. So that was remarkable. It was the women rejecting that. And that's remarkable that, yes, people are in poverty, people are suffering, but yet they're able to say no to this particular person who was, giving out money or dishing out money, as the case might be.
What advice do you have for INEC?
Well, they should tread very softly. INEC knows the mood in Anambra State. It is a tinderbox in the sense that if you go against the will of the people, things could very well explode. So I think INEC should maintain their neutrality. They should wrap this election up, you understand, and move on to the next challenge, of course.
APC is accusing the APGA, that's the All Progressives Grand Alliance, of rigging the elections, and they may head to court.
Well, I think going to court is their fundamental human right. As to whether the elections were rigged or not is another matter entirely. But what I would say was that there was voter apathy, and voter apathy, of course, over sustained months sort of sit-at-home threat of violence. But if APC indeed feels that they've been rigged out, because APC think they have a legitimate grounds, because many people, they come to them before the election. Politicians, they camp into a political party, doesn't necessarily give them electoral votes, in the cities, the towns, or the villages. And I think that's the mistake APC made. The big names went over, thinking that they were going to clinch these, and they haven't. And that's why they think there's something wrong, something has gone wrong.
All right, away from the Anambra story election, according to, let's take this story here from Daily Nigeria. Terrorists, often referred to as bandits, have appointed their members to head some villages in Sabon Benin local government area of Sokoto State. According to a Sokoto-based online newspaper, Daily Star, the new terrorist village heads were reportedly acting on the orders of one of the most notorious bandits, Toji. According to the reports, the bandits first summoned to Gangara villagers to a crucial meeting in Saturi village on Thursday to announce the deposition of the existing heads of the villages and posting of some of their members as the new ward heads. Terrorists impose village heads in Sokoto.
And yet some people would argue with us that these bandits are not terrorists. Now, these are terrorists. They've taken over authority in some places. They are the constituted authority, illegally, of course. That's illegal because that's a threat to the territorial integrity of Nigeria. So why else would we not describe them as terrorists? I know there's a popular analyst who I respect very well in one of the TV stations who still insists that these are bandits and akin to armed robbers. No, these are not. They're after territory, they're after money, they're after arms, and they're after political relevance. Why else would they be appointing ward head? I think it's unfortunate. And I think it's unfortunate it tells you that the Nigerian government, particularly the security apparatus, is handicapped and are helpless in the face of this marauding terrorists, sometimes described as bandits.
All right, we have this story here. A headline from the Punch newspaper. Salami report, Magu on half pay, 16 months after suspension. Almost 16 months after he was suspended from office, the erstwhile acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ibrahim Magu, is being paid half salary by the authorities. Based on the public service rules, Magu, while on interdiction, would only get half pay pending the determination of his case. He's a commissioner of police and was suspended on the 10th of July 2020 by the president over allegations of insubordination and corruption leveled against him by the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. Salami reports Magu on half pay, 16 months after suspension.
I mean, it's going on for too long. I think it should be resolved one way or the other. The fact is that the allegations made against Magu have not been proven. All kinds of allegations were made against him. He's been removed from office. I think the man deserves his opportunity to be heard fully. And if the federal government or the employers feel that he's guilty as a charge, not charged, but you know what I mean, then it should be dealt with. But being put in a kind of, you understand, no man's land, purgatory as it were, I don't think is the way forward, you understand. We need to establish whether this man is guilty of what has been levied against him, and if it's not, he'll be let loose, let free, and continue as a commissioner of police wherever the Inspector General of Police may want to deploy him.
Right, from the Guardian newspaper, Ijo youths from the 9 states of Niger Delta region have issued a warning to President Muhammadu Buhari not to exclude the region from infrastructural development. It also kicked against alleged move to merge Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) with the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs. From the Guardian newspaper, IYC flays alleged exclusion of Niger Delta from 621 billion naira NNPC road projects.
Well, first and foremost, those NNPC road projects are spread across the country, and if they are indeed spread across the country, where does the oil come from? Where does the petroleum come from? It comes from the Niger Delta. So, of course, if there's equity, then they should be included. But the second part of it, which I disagree with, is that the opposition to the merger of the commission and the ministry. I would say there's already a duplication of roles. And I would say, secondly, that Nigeria doesn't have the finances to have duplicate commissions or duplicate ministries all over the place. We need to rationalize. We need to make them more effective. The key thing for them is for those commissions or for the Niger Delta Ministry to deliver. And what are we talking about? Deliver development. And, it's quite ironic that the more you spend on bureaucracy, the less that you have for development of roads, infrastructure, and other facilities.
The question is, why should they be alienated from the wealth generated from their backyard?
Absolutely. I think that's the key question. And somebody has been blindsided there. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be redressed quickly. Can you imagine that all this money was coming from Zamfara State, from their gold, and Zamfara State wasn't benefiting from the gold? That doesn't happen. In fact, they take almost all the proceeds from the gold.
All right, the Nation newspaper, declare bandits terrorists. INT'L pleads. The Bauchi chapter of INT'L, Kautal Hore, has backed calls for the declaration of bandits as terrorists, supporting the stance of the Senate, House of Representatives and Speakers, House of Assemblies, who have made the call in the past. The association advised the federal government to do the needful to curb banditry. It's Bauchi State Chairman Alhaji Sadiq Ibrahim Ahmad, who spoke with this newspaper, the Nation newspaper, said as far as he's concerned, the nail must be hit on the head. Who are the terrorists? Terrorists are people who are trying to destroy legitimate activities of society. They're not productive. If the federal government is serious, they should do the needful and provide a lasting solution to incessant killings by the so-called bandits. Well, the Bauchi State chapter, it's saying declare bandits terrorists.
And that's from all sides of the spectrum. The INT'L, the mainstream, the side streams, every stream is saying the same thing. The only people not responding are the federal government. I think the whole of society is saying these people are terrorists, declare them terrorists. Some people are saying you can't. Is it until they take over all the other local governments with ward heads being appointed before the federal government suddenly realizes that these people indeed are terrorists after to split the country, to take over, to threaten the territorial integrity, and of course to stop people from their legitimate activities? Of course, that's the right call to make. But whether the federal government will respond or not is another matter entirely.
All right, away from that story, 7 days after a 21-story building collapsed on Gerard Road in the Ikoyi area of Lagos State, recovery operation is still ongoing by rescue agencies. Punch Metro learned that responders were already concluding their operation as the death toll hit 44 on Sunday. Correspondent also had reported that the 21-story building crumbled last Monday around 2 p.m. Ikoyi building death toll hits 44. Responders near ground zero.
Yes, what that means is that they've almost got to the bottom of it, and that all hope might be lost. Normally in this kind of circumstances, you use sonar equipment to detect whether there are signs of life. Even if people had survived for a number of days, the lack of water, even if there are pockets of air, the lack of water, and of course the air also would dissipate, might be factors which would have led to that. It's rather unfortunate. We still continue to mourn. Of course, our thoughts are with those that have lost loved ones. But what I would say as a criticism to the state government is that I feel that the 3 days of mourning was declared too early, because whilst the recovery operation was going on, and you said that 3 days of mourning, then that means the people recovering in the recovery site will give up hope and say, well, that's it. There's no further hope. Whereas it's been shown that even up to a week after, people have been retrieved, no matter how unlikely, people have been retrieved from the site. But there we are. It's been, I think we have to move now almost immediately to find out the real causes and to ensure that this doesn't occur again. It's a disaster of monumental proportions, and let's hope that some credibility is restored to the building industry in that part of the country.
Punch newspaper, politicians jostling for 2023, eyeing uncertain future. I beg your pardon, politicians jostling about 2023, eyeing uncertain future. This is coming from Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Enoch Adeboye on Sunday said politicians who are already jostling for political positions ahead of the 2023 general elections were eyeing uncertain future. Adeboye, while wondering why politicians have started making preparations, noted that no one should be certain about the future, stressing that the future belongs to God. Headline there, politicians jostling about 2023, eyeing uncertain future. Is the future uncertain for Nigeria?
Isn't the future uncertain for each and every one of us? I mean, should we not make plans for our next job or plans for business ventures because the future is uncertain? I think the future is only as certain as God Almighty knows. So people have to make plans based on what they know at this present point in time. So I really don't understand what the man of God really is hinting at, But maybe what he's trying to say is that as you make your plans, you put it in the hands of God, because God is in charge, God oversees, and God direct our affairs.
Right, it's still the Breaker Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. Remember, you can watch us live on YouTube at 32 FM 949 Ibadan. You can also drop your comments there, and then we'll get to read them out on the program. And we shall open the phone lines later on for you to contribute and tell us which one of these stories resonates with you this morning. We're still with the Punch newspaper, and I'll be reading out this headline: Federal government meets customs as 566,000 metric tons of India-Thailand rice arrive Benin Republic. Rice producers and millers have raised the alarm that about 566,000 metric tons of foreign rice may be smuggled into Nigeria through the country's porous land borders at the detriment of locally produced rice. This came as federal government confirmed on Sunday that there was an increase in the smuggling of rice into Nigeria. As such, the government said it had convened a meeting involving the Nigeria Customs Service and other security agencies to strategize on how to address the ugly trend. Headline: the federal government meets customs as 566,000 metric tons of India-Thailand rice arrive Benin Republic.
I think that's deliberate and intentional from the smugglers. Our borders are notoriously porous, and it's been established that even with the blockage of all the borders, to stop this importation or to stop smuggling, that many a times this rice and other products are found there with, particularly northern part of our borders, you understand. You may argue that Idiroko and everything is very secure, but that's not where all these things come from. The firewall and all those things, they come from that site, moving up a bit.
That sounds English.
Firewall.
My apologies.
It's firewall.
My apologies, firewall. So basically, what strategy are they going to use? Are they going to employ more customs people? Even if they employ more customs people, aren't those people susceptible to all kinds of corruption and so on and so forth? So I think it's much more than that. I think we have to look at this blockage and of our borders. We have to look at rice producing air, because if rice producing air is much cheaper than comes from abroad or smuggling, then people will go for the one that comes from air. So we need to make it so economical for those who are smuggling, so that the rice that is grown here, the local grown rice, becomes the preferred staple of Nigerians.
Still from the papers, 2 weeks after the federal government promised to pay 22.1 billion earned academic allowances to workers in federal universities, the pledge has not been fulfilled, investigation by the Vanguard has revealed.
Yes, that's not happened, and a lot of it will say there's a cash crunch. That's why the federal government hasn't revealed it. But you ask the question, why does the federal government keep on promising and promising when they know they are going to be unable to deliver? And that's the key question. And again, let's just hope that this doesn't lead to another unrest within the academic community, because we need a way to resolve this without going on strikes any longer.
And from the Vanguard newspaper, we have this headline: Corruption. Ndume calls on Buhari to sign unexplained wealth order. Senator Ali Ndume has called on President Buhari to urgently sign or issue an unexplained wealth order, as a way to strengthen the fight against corruption. Ndume made a call on Saturday in Ibadan while delivering the 2021 Distinguished Leadership Lecture Series organized by the University of Ibadan. Corruption. Ndume calls on Buhari to sign unexplained wealth order.
That makes sense, because if you can't describe, if you can't explain where your wealth comes from, then of course there are fundamental questions. But I've always gone further in my research. I've suggested that the whole society is overwhelmed with corruption, and we need an imaginative, bold way forward to deal with it. I've always suggested in the past, people have argued that we have a kind of Truth and Reconciliation Commission where people with this unexplained wealth come forward. They give out most of their wealth. They retain some for their legal defense and so on and so forth. And then on that basis, they don't prosecute them. But there's too much unexplained wealth in society. and it's showing and it's being revealed. A man will go to a party, use a kind of gun, I've seen it before, and put naira in it or pounds or sterling, and begin to shoot it at people in obscene manners. People that legitimately earn wealth, you understand? That's not the way they do. They rather invest that money than be spraying it on somebody who only because he's made a few moves, dance steps, then deserves to be sprayed. So I think, yes, Ndume is right. Will the federal government do anything about it? Is another question.
Can we start from Ndume himself? He should first explain his source of wealth. Most of these senators and legislature anyway, they need to first, we should start from them.
Yeah, we should start from them. But you do know that once you become a legislator at the federal level, because of the amount of enormous allowances, you become an instant millionaire. I think so. You see, so that's part of the issue from that point of view. But beyond that, I agree with you that they need to begin to explain, from that point of view. We need to make our politics less lucrative, and we need to make our politics transparent. So if our politicians are transparent, then of course other people that follow would have to be.
So obviously the National Assembly's pay is yet unexplainable.
Of course it's not transparent, is it? So yes, you hit the nail on the head. Let them explain. Let it be transparent. Let's start with them, and then we can start with other members of society.
I hope someone is not just looking for relevance. Yeah.
All right, it's still the Breakout Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. We'll go on another commercial break, and when we come back, we'll open the phone lines, we'll get you to hear your thoughts, and then do some more analysis. Stay tuned, don't go away.
Hello, we believe you're enjoying Titan Farms products like Titan Rice, Yam Flour, Rice Flour, Titan Oil, and others. Oh yes, with Titan Farms, there's always something more. Give your child the best gift by buying any of our lots at Titan Farms Estate, Upperland City, Monia, Idianyure, Regal Gardens, Soka, Cherry Court, Ilaji, and enjoy freebies like 500 blocks, 20 bags of cement, free survey, deed of assignment. That's not all. Here's the big deal. For every land you buy in your child's name at Titan Farms Estate, you can get a loan to sort your child's school fees if need be at no interest for up to 3 months. Yes, you heard me. No interest for 3 months. To enjoy this limited offer, quickly call 0906 007 9714 or visit Titan House opposite Motor Dealer Park, New Garage Road, Ibadan, or check us out on www.titanfarms.org.
Precious Cornerstone University, PCU, a faith-based institution located in the heart of the city of Ibadan, provides a student-friendly and enabling environment to fulfill your dreams. Precious Cornerstone University is a true pan-Nigerian university, currently with students from more than 22 states of the Federation. PCU is currently calling for admissions of new intakes, and with a minimum score of 120 in JAMB UTME with 5 O-level credits in English and mathematics alongside 3 other relevant subjects, you can enroll today in accounting, business administration, banking and finance, economics, computer science, microbiology, and more new courses have been approved: mass communication, international relations, cyber security, software engineering, and procurement. Direct entry admission for all ND and HND holders is also ongoing, and students with lower mark than 120 can also register for JUPEB. Enroll online today at www.pcu.edu.ng and follow the procedure, or you can visit the Precious Cornerstone University Campus 1 at Olaogun Odife Road, Ibadan, or call now 080-600-51554 or 081-3181-1946.
Babe, that girl dey use something. Which kind something be that? Check am now. See how she dey always dey smile.
I know wetin she dey use, and she dey use am 2 times a day.
Peruse be her secret.
ABZ na the secret. Close Up get antibacterial zinc. ABZ wey go give you 3 times more protection, 3 times more freshness pass your normal toothpaste.
Chai! Everybody must hear am.
Yes o. New Close Up with antibacterial zinc. Triple the protection, triple the freshness.
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, jọ, ǹjẹ́ mo lè yáge? Oúnjẹ wo ni? Jẹ́ ká jẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kíni nǹkan ń ṣe yùngbà nínú oúnjẹ yìí?
Kọrí ìsóúnjẹ tuntun látọwọ́ ọ̀ǹgà ni.
Ṣé pé ọ̀ǹgà náà ti ní kọrí?
Àkànṣe ni láti inú èròjà ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀. Èmi ò rò pé mo lè ṣe nǹkan kan mọ́ láláì lo ìsóúnjẹ kọrí ti ọ̀ǹgà yìí o. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, ǹjẹ́ lè yá mi ní ọ̀tún gèlè yín yẹn?
Ǹjẹ́ náà wáyé nìyẹn?
Fún adùn tí wọ́n máa fi dáàbò bo oúnjẹ rẹ mọ̀ yàtọ̀, lo kọrí ọ̀ǹgà tí a fi àpòpọ̀ àwọn èròjà ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀ ṣe.
Ó ga o, ṣé ẹ ṣàlè fún wa lóúnjẹ díẹ̀ sí ṣá?
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
Your uncle is not supposed to be touching you like that.
I have a lot of uncles. My father has a lot of brothers, and my father's brothers have cousins. I have uncles.
Unwrap all the baggage in Ghana Jollof. Streaming weekly only on Showmax. Subscribe from 1,200 Naira monthly at Showmax.com.
ká tó bá ní rìnrìn àjò ó yẹ ká mọrúfẹ́ ẹni tá a fẹ́ bá rìnrìn àjò torí ká má bàa sọnù ká tó sọnù. ìdí sì nìyí tí gbajúgbajà iléeṣẹ́ atọ́nisọ́nà tó mójúlẹ́jà bí agbanisíṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé ẹni tí ń wáṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR là ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀. àwọn ni alábàáṣiṣẹ́pọ̀ pàtàkì pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group.
ní báyìí iléeṣẹ́ FMH International HR ti ṣèwádìí tó jinlẹ̀ wọ́n sì ti rí gbogbo ìṣòro lọ́kàn òjọ̀kan èyí tí àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ yìí tó fẹ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ lókè òkun fojú winá ẹ̀.
ìdí gan sì rèé tí wọ́n fi ń ké sí gbogbo ẹni tí jì sọ́fì àwọn alágbèédá lórí ipa afẹ́ lọ sílùú èbó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ tàbí ìwọ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń gbèrò láti máa gbé tàbí ṣiṣẹ́ lókè òkun lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́.
wọ́n ti ṣetán láti ro ọ lágbára pẹ̀lú information tó nílò láti mú àlàrere rẹ ṣẹ pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn. ọ̀fẹ́ ni ìmọ̀ràn àti ètò ìtọ́nisọ́nà yìí o tètè kàn sí FMH International HR báyìí ní 3rd and 9th floors Cocoa House Ìbàdàn.
telephone 081-000-56451 àti 081-155-14779.
With INT'L Home Broadband device, your home is connected and you all can focus on the important things in life. Enjoy the finer things in life in the INT'L HBB seasonal offer. Visit any certified INT'L shop to get a 4G MiFi at 9,999 Naira plus up to 55 gigabyte bonus data, or router at 19,999 Naira plus up to 160 gigabyte bonus data. Offer valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
INT'L, the smartphone network.
All right, welcome back. It's still the Break at Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9, the station where joy resides. We have some messages on YouTube which will be reeling out very soon. However, the phone lines are open 070-550-949, 080-97949.
Let's take our first call here. Hello. Hello. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. 009-7000-949, 08097000949, 0705-5000-949. Hello.
Hello, Chike, good morning.
Good morning.
Dr. Jedukun, good morning. And Tayo, good morning. My name is Dr. Mark.
All right.
I'm listening to news coming from Anambra this morning. I felt somehow. But let's hope and see that the other local government elections result comes out, and we pray that the right person enters. I'm really particular about what the Baba Debunye said. If we actually look at it, every one of us, let us look at the future of this country called Nigeria. People are trying to put themselves in position. Politicians are trying to fix themselves up against 2023. Is it for this same system of government to continue? This same system of government that encourages looting and all manner of wastage of resources that is not translating to the growth of the economy. Look at what dollar is saying against Naira. I thought what we should be looking at, we should be trying to change the system such that we can recover back our economy. Look at what happened to Zimbabwe when that man, Robert Mugabe, ruled for over 40 years in that country. We need to re-strategize as a nation and look for how to recover the glory of this country.
All right.
Nigeria is too blessed to be going through what it is going through now. The future is blinking.
Thank you for your contribution there. Well, the General Overseer, Pastor Enoch Adeboya, said he raised a serious question whether there will be Nigeria in 2023 or not. Let's take another call here. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, well, you're ready for us. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Tayo.
Good morning to you.
Morning, Chike.
Good morning.
This is okay. Please, there is just something over the Anambra election I'm actually asking. The issue now is, please, probably I'm the one not getting. Was it it was decided as inconclusive probably because of one local government? The question I want to ask now is the INEC chairman saying the total vote of that one local government can actually overturn the whole thing? We actually need to ask one or two questions, because The inconclusiveness of INEC has started again. We hope the turnaround of Kanu will not happen. And of course, the magical thing that happened in my state, Imo, we hope it will not happen here. Much as I am not comfortable with who is coming in, but I think we should do the right thing. Good morning.
Thank you, okay, for your call there, Doctor.
Yes, absolutely. I queue behind, okay, but just going to that Nigeria's existence, whether it will be there or not, I think people have to make plans. But the reality of it is that we also have to begin to ask questions about the structure. Is it too late? And I don't think it's too late to ask those questions.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please speak up. We can hear you. All right.
You see, by not signing the electoral reform before the 2015 election, speak volume. That's to show that this government is not ready for credible election. That is number one. On Anambra, why inconclusive? As the last person said, is a local government of two will overturn the old result. I think this INEC should be waiting. They should not allow what happened in Kano, what happened in Kogi, what happened in Osun to repeat itself. Because this election was to be conducted normally, and I knew there's no way, with the level of disruption that have been elected to Nigeria, there's no way APC will win any election. Declare the winner, and they should not use any remote control. I thought we never agree to that. Good morning.
Right, thank you. We got report that election did not take place in two local governments.
No, two local governments.
All right, from election officials, and so maybe they declared it inconclusive, so we can look at that for that reason. 009-7000-949. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Shegun from Oyo. Smuggling usually takes place throughout Nigeria. It's not only local Nigeria that smuggling takes place. I can tell you, better between Nigeria and Kwara State, if all the custom officers throughout Nigeria were cited there, they cannot man the legal routes of smuggling. There is a market in this Oyo and Kwara State every day except Sunday. So at least 15 loads of trailers usually emerge all these illegal goods. You can travel from Okeogun to Ibadan without any government aid. That's the problem of smuggling. We should discourage smuggling. Our people that have money, it is their money. They should go and do another business. They are killing this economy of Nigeria. About Republic of Benin, over 500,000 tons. How many people are in Republic of Benin? That means they are wicked in Republic of Benin. They want to kill the economy of Nigeria. Have a nice time.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Kindly turn down the volume on your radio set, or you move away from it.
Okay, I'm John in Joseph.
Okay. I can hear myself. We can hear ourselves
this
here.
Morning baffled me. How do you defend first 140,000 voters from India and the local government of Anambra, and you said that the election should be regarded as being conclusive? Election has to be conducted in that local government to enable 140,000 voters registered therein to exercise their franchise before the conclusion of anything. However, I want to commend the people of Anambra for choosing Professor Charles Soludo. He is the governor, whether you like it or not. The election therein is just a mere election to see all righteousness. I thank them for voting for Abda and for proving to the world that they are not a shot in the circle. I am John in Jockey. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll still wait for INEC to do the official declaration. 009-7000-949. Good morning to you, Tayo Chike, Dr. Jedoko. Nothing like rigging of election in Anambra State. See, people are fed up of these two dominant political parties, APC and PDP. I give kudos to them. Thank you. And Timothy Okorie, good morning, Tayo and Chike, watching for the first time. Well done, guys. Thank you, Timothy. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Alaja Salam Kawade Musa from Coca-Cola.
All right.
Yeah, I will toe the line of those that have asked a salient question that is the result of that local government going to cause any major effect on the amount of votes that the ABGA is used to lead now. Because I read it's 9,000 votes. I'm a PDP man. But we want a credible and acceptable election to the people. And by this figure, I think the INEC should go straight and declare Chief Dr. Soludo as the winner of this election. Because why? They are trying, you hear what the APC has said. They are trying what they did in Kano, what they did in Bibo, and what they have done in Osun long ago. Because the Osun State elections too, we are told that there is no need for any rerun at all in the first ballot. If someone is calling someone that is declaring election, at that middle of the kind of election, he says a long-term friend. So these people, they want to patronize Nigeria, but God will not allow them. I'm APC. Thank you.
Are we bringing the credibility of INEC to question?
Yes, I think people are suspicious of INEC, and they're going by antecedents. I'm not sure it's always justified, but INEC has to prove, you understand, that they're above board, and this is an opportunity for them to do it. But isn't it interesting that we still haven't had the Electoral Act signed into law?
Mr. President does not seem interested.
No, it doesn't. The body language seems to be, I like it as it's going.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, we can hear you. Make your point.
Hello, good morning.
All right, 0705 5949 and 0809 7949. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from?
This is Comrade Omalolo from Agbo. Good morning, Dr. Dezoko.
Good morning.
In respect of Anambra election, that the INEC has declared inconclusive, I want to call all stakeholders in this country, I as one of them also, to please look closely to INEC, because they are championing or they are leading illegality in this country. Illegality of that dirty vocabulary of inconclusive. Nigerians should please mark INEC out, because INEC is not patriotic again. They are becoming a tool in the hands of ruling party, and we cannot continue in this way. And we are going to raise our voice high to international community to look at Nigeria INEC, because they are dancing to the truth. They are dancing to the beat of the ruling party. That vocabulary inconclusive is not acceptable. It's not welcome at all. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling.
I think whilst they are concerned.
Hello, good morning. Sorry, there's a call. Hello.
Doctor, I want to ask you a question. If INEC has declared a leading winner without this specific movement, the legal implication. People are talking about Imo Osun. What about Zamfara? Rivers, Bayelsa election that favor PDP. We should talk about logical and law aspect of this.
He said precisely what are the questions I wanted to raise. I mean, it's not all the time that INEC has favored the ruling party. There are many times they favor the opposition party. What happened in Edo State? Edo State. So I think we should be very, 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 very careful. I think these elections need to be conducted, completely. Let them complete everything, and then they can declare. It's unfortunate that the lexicon inconclusive was introduced. All they should have said was, the elections are still ongoing.
This is John Olariwaju from Agbo.
All right.
I think, because of what has happened before about inconclusive saga of the new item that the INEC brought to our electoral issue, that's why people appear about this inconclusive. We even, because of inconclusive that brought the Yaya Bello into the power, assuming that they are giving the winner to Audu at that time. Audu have won, maybe we have not died, who knows? That is why we are told people are here about this inconclusive. Even in Osun State, it also happened that brought the Adego Ida as a governor. So this idea of inconclusive, as far as I'm concerned, to me, I know that if you look at what is happening in Igbo land now, there is no insecurity there. And the INEC must be very careful about this inconclusive issue, not to continue causing the problem, not to continue adding the problem in the Igbo land. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you for your call there. One more call before we leave the studio. 009 7000 949 009 7000 949. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Bayo.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I know you're hearing me. Good morning. This is Bayo from Orobu. Yeah, that's what I want to say this. The inconclusive you are talking about, please don't compare Zamfara, Edo, and Bayelsa. It's quite different, please. Look at the way the sort of law in Zamfara and Bayelsa, it's some of these inconclusive. What I'm saying is that inconclusive election with INEC is somehow. Please, I want to clear out the don't compare it. Thank you.
All right. Doctor, you want to quickly react before we leave the studio? Final thoughts, quickly.
Well, final thought is that I think only very few people will say that Soludo will not be declared the governor. I think there are going to be questions being raised about the agitations in the south east, whether or not this is going to aid, you understand, their call for autonomy and for restructuring. I think having Soludo there, he brings a wealth of experience. It might help change some of the narrative that is already established.
All right, thank you for being there. Thank you, Doctor, for featuring on the paper review this morning. And thank you, dear listener, for being there with us this morning. I am Chike Obogo, wishing you a very productive week ahead. Good morning.
Good morning to you, dear listener. I am Olutayo Ogunade. Have a great Monday. Bye for now.
The station admired by other radio stations. 32 FM 94.9.